This was the episode I was really waiting for. Hello there, I'm Samurai Kibiji, in which every week I encourage you to be geek, be proud, be awesome. And this week, Fruits Basket. Oh, Fruits Basket. You got me back. So as I've been telling people on Twitch, I'm not really a current anime person. I don't watch like more than 3 or 4 animes at a time, to be honest, because quite frankly, it just hurts my head bouncing around between so many different things. I don't watch Demon Slayer. Don't ask me to watch it in the comments. It'll probably happen at some point, but just know I'm not watching it yet. Keyword, yet.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
But one of the things this season that has kept me around is Fruits Basket. And there's definitely some complicated thoughts that I have on the show that I will probably get into in a later video, probably next week, because I think the series wraps up next week, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, the season wraps up, because thank goodness it's going to continue. I've really been enjoying the show. It definitely has some things that, again, I'll probably talk about in a later video that has been kind of bugging me, but the nutshell of what it is that there's just been so much character development. Non-stop character development in this show with very little plot. But now we're finally here. We're at the point of some plot going on, and this series has had a lot of emotional lessons in it, and a lot of emotional, heartfelt, like just things with all these people. But a continuous trend I've been seeing is things about self-love and self-acceptance. And, you know, Toru's been this amazing shining light that is better than any like best girl or waifu. Like, she's on her own tier. She really is, because she helps people with their tears. But serious talk, that's the reason why this show has really been hitting me. It's a slice of life with some fantasy elements attached to it, but it's at its core a slice of life. It's a drama. And the theme of self-love is something I personally resonate a lot with, because like I believe a year and a half ago, I really discovered that I had some issues with that. Still today do. And one of my favorite characters from the show is Kyo. And this was the time that we finally get not just character development, but some actual things happening to kind of push the story itself forward, with Kyo revealing his true form. I felt like this was gonna happen this episode, and I almost want to record my reaction, and I actually started to, but then as I was doing it, I'm just like, you know, I'm not responding to this. Fruits Basket to me is just not a reactionable show because of how just comfortable, emotional, and stuff it is. Like, I just don't feel comfortable externally speaking while I watch it, because it really engages me. And this episode was the one that I was waiting for, to see what Kyo's true form was and to figure out exactly what's some things about him that makes him how he is. And this episode was so cool to see that Kyo is somebody that, you know, he's afraid. He's afraid of losing these people that love him or potentially might love him. And the great analogy in this episode is that it's like, I've been in this warm bath and my skin is getting pruny. And he thinks that he hates it, but in reality, he's just afraid of losing it. He tries to distance himself from people because of his form, and how that apparently, you know, that caused his mother to commit suicide. And we learned a lot about his relationship with his mother in this, which parents is a massive influence on our lives. Parents massively influences how we feel and think and stuff, especially about ourselves. And the way Kyo's mother treated him, it's like she loved him, but she loved this version of him. She didn't accept the full version of him. And I love this statement towards the end of the episode where Kyo says, I wish she would have actually looked at me and been scared, because if she was scared, then at least I know she's looking at me. Kyo's mom has this idea in her head that this is her son, not that this is her son, and she constantly wanted to look at that version, but that wasn't the whole package. And so I love Kyo's master realizing this and being like, look, I think this Toru girl is the one that could be the one to fully accept you, and I'm gonna take this chance. You're turning into that form. And it became a moment that I don't know, its presentation. This is one of the few times that rain being used actually enhanced the storytelling, because yes, it's just so happened to be raining during this, but also it's rain that actually, that's the reason why we find out that Kyo doesn't like rain, is because that's what his true form doesn't like. It doesn't like the rain. So that even more is aggravating him through this incredibly emotional experience of he found this home that he's starting to get comfy in, and he just lost it because the girl he just really been connecting with now knows his secret of what he actually not only looks like, but I like the detail that he even smells bad too. It's like they really want to emphasize that yes, he is a quote-unquote disgusting creature in some people's eyes, but what does Toru think? Toru admits that she's scared. This is the thing, this show does such a good job, and it's not even just the show, I'm sure it's the manga as well. It's the manga, it's the author, and props to her for, you know, creating these characters and creating the story. But what I love about this show is that it feels very authentic at times. A lot of these sob stories, you know, they feel manufactured, sure, but they're also incredibly relatable. The characters are really realistic at times, and a lot of the times, but when Toru says, "I'm scared," that's awesome. I thought for a second, you know, she was just gonna be the shining light that's just like, "No, you're awesome, and you're always awesome, and blah, blah, blah." She's just like, "No, I'm legitimately scared right now. I've never seen this form," but she says it in the Toru way of just legitimately, she's sincerely scared, but she wants to figure this out. She wants to be able to be that thing that she mentioned in the previous episode, and God, I love it. There's still work that she has to do. There's still work that Kyo has to do. I'm sure there's still a lot of work that the other characters have to do. And Toru wants to bring him home to be able to do that work, to listen to what he's feeling, and to make sure he feels like this is somebody that he can take comfort in, and he's not used to that. He's worried about that because nobody is seeing the part of him that he's truly afraid of. There's that part of ourselves that we really feel, you know, won't be accepted by others, or we feel like if they knew that I liked this, or if they knew what I actually acted like with this, like we just feel like others might not accept us. And that's what I really relate to in this Kyo situation, and that's why I have that motto on my channel, be geek, be proud, be awesome, because you should always be who you authentically are, in hopes that you will find somebody like Toru that accepts the whole package, because that's the kind of people you want in your life. And I will probably have a review for this season going over some things that I teased at in here, but it's still been a very comfy season. I'll probably go over it again in another video. As well as towards the end of the month, I have recorded the last 3 episodes of Assassination Classroom. I reacted to those. That'll be coming as well, and whoo boy. But please share your thoughts in the comments and support other content down below, in which, you know, I've been talking about a lot of Smash lately, but that's just because I'm really into games, I'm really into anime, those are my things. And I hope you are as well, so check out a video down below that'll be for you, and consider subscribing to the channel if it's your first time here. I'd love it, you know, if you stuck around this far, why not? And you can find more exclusive reviews and content that isn't on the channel on Patreon. It really helps me out if you visit there. So visit any of those links. Thank you for watching, share your thoughts in the comments below.